All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right, and today we're going to do an examine. All right, we're going to get it out of the scriptures where it says examine yourself. All right, we're going to examine as well as walk and talk. All right, so let's examine the scriptures, because you know, what type of spirit should we be in? Okay, are we prophesying just to say that we're prophesying? No, we're prophesying with a purpose, okay? And yes, we are doomsday prophets, okay? Because we're prophesying doomsday for this society, for this rulership, for this kingdom that's currently being ran by Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, okay? So we are doomsday prophets, all right? So let's open up in 2 Corinthians 13, and let's start at verse 5. Second Corinthians 13 and 5. It reads, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Okay, so are you in the faith, man? Do you believe that this place is going to be destroyed? Or are you just here today, gone tomorrow? Okay, using this word to profit off of, in the sense that you're using it as a tool to get your name and your brand and whatever else agenda that you have to be pushed out. All right, so examine yourself. It says, examine yourselves, 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? So you got it. Who knows you more than you besides Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai? All right. Right. He created us, man. So we got to examine ourselves, man. And how do we examine ourselves? By the scriptures, okay? We examine ourselves through the scriptures, man. This is what we hold ourselves to. This is the standard, okay? When we going off, you have brothers that correct us, okay? And as long as they're coming with sound doctrine and biblical doctrine, we got to correct ourselves. We got to examine ourselves, okay? So should we be in that, you know, should we be in that way that you're prophesying downfall? Yes. Okay. Doom? Yes. And gloom. Because what else is there really left here for this place to be? Okay. There's nothing left here in Babylon the Great, the United States of America, but gloom and doom. So we are doomsday prophets, man. Okay. On your best days, all right, it doesn't compare to what's to come, the kingdom. So we're going to prophesy as thus saith the Lord, okay? So it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? So do you not know yourself? All right, prove that you know you in the faith. Measure up to what you're saying and doing by what the word says, all right? If you're looking to make a name for yourself, you're not examining yourself, all right? If you're claiming that America has 1,000 years to go, you're not examining yourself, all right? It's just that simple, man. Why do you want this place to continue to go on? We're supposed to be hastening, all right? We're supposed to be hastening the day of the Lord, not prolonging it, okay? See, Jake done got it screwed up, man. Okay, Jake done came in, made a name for himself, you know, and now he wants to relish in his accomplishments. All right, that's why it says, give me food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny the Lord, unless I be what? Let's pull that up, Proverbs 30, okay? Examine yourself, all right? This is Proverbs 30 in verse 9. Well, verse 8, it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Right. Well, we could be delivered within the next 1,000 years, between now and the next 1,000 years. Come on, man. Examine yourself, man. All right. Whether you be in the faith. It says, or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. Right. So now you making merchandise of the name of our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. You're doing podcasts. You're doing everything each and every way than what you should be doing. All right. You got merchandise. You're doing podcasts. You got a name for yourself, you know, and now you done let go of the name of Yahweh Shai. Now it's Christ. Now it's Jesus. Now it's whoever and whatever. All right. So examine yourselves. Let's go back. We ain't left 2 Corinthians yet. 13 and 5. It reads, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Okay? And that's what we're seeing in these last days, man. Reprobates, man. Okay? Why? Because they're not examining themselves. Okay? They're leaning on their own understanding. Okay? When we know that when you lean on your own understanding, that leads to what? Destruction. Wide is the gate, many there be. That's the road to destruction. So you have to examine yourself. All right? You won't say anything and make outlandish statements, okay? From here to 1,000 years, we might be out of here. Come on, man. Tighten up, man. Get with the program, man. Okay? Another 1,000 years for what? For what? Man, we need to get out of here yesterday, man. All right? That's why we got to hasten the day. What do you think the Passover is doing? It's getting us ready to be as pilgrims, okay? We ain't supposed to be all lackadaisical in the Passover, man. That's a time when we were, whatever we had, we left, man. We ate the Passover with our shoes tied, latch, you know, a stick in our hand, and ready to go, man. Okay? Ready to go. Not looking for another 1,000 years in Egypt. All right? Today, the same thing. America is spiritual Egypt, man. We got to be ready to go, you know? Not looking for another 1,000 years, man. All right? So let's look up that word examine.
Strong's G 3985, Pyradzo.
It's the Greek word 3985, parazo. And some of the outline of biblical usage is to try whether a thing could be done, to attempt, endeavor, to try, make trial of, test, for the purpose of ascertaining his quality or what he thinks. Okay? What do you think, man? Do you think this is our resting place? Do you want another 1,000 years here? For what? Okay? You think you're gonna keep coming back generation after generation into this damn hell that we currently are under? No, man. It says, for the purpose of ascertaining his quality or what he thinks or how he will behave himself. In a good sense. In a bad sense, to test one maliciously, craftily, to put to the proof his feelings or judgments, to try or test one's faith, virtue, character, by enticement to sin, to solicit to sin, to tempt of the temptations of the devil. So you get the gist of it, okay? It's in a good sense, and we examine ourselves to see what we think. Does it line up with what the scriptures say? Okay? Are we going to be here from now to another 1,000 years? No, man. We are in the spirit of hastening, all right? That we get up out of here, man. What do you think? What do you want to? What is your end game? Like, you want to be here another 1,000 years for what? To start you a small city, a town, a kingdom? What? What do you need another 1,000 years for, man? These damn bodies won't last that long, all right? We need the kingdom, man, so that we can come back and be what? Made righteous, made immortals, man. All right? Those of us that get it on the first go round, okay? And those of us that have to come back, the 2/3, the reprobates, well, guess what? As long as you're an Israelite, you'll get it in the kingdom. But the way you're going to have to get it in this kingdom, leaving out, it's going to be anything but pleasurable. All right? Talking about thermonuclear missiles. So examine yourself, whether you be in the what? Whether ye be in the faith. All right? And part of prophesying, part of the faith is prophesying. Okay? That is the testimony of Yahushua. All right? So part of the faith is prophesying. Yes, we are doomsday prophets, man. There's nothing stated in the Bible that's profitable for this place, America, okay? So what are we going to tell the people a lie for? No, we're not, okay? We're going to tell them, thus saith the Lord, man, all right? This is Jeremiah 28 in verse 8. It reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied it, both against many countries, what else? And against great kingdoms. Is not this America a great country and a great kingdom? Yes. What did they prophesy? Let's see if they prophesied about prosperity. It says of war and of evil and of pestilence. That is indeed a doomsday prophet. Okay? Every kingdom has an expiration date. And America is no different, man. The only kingdom that doesn't is the eternal kingdom, which comes up next after America is taken down. So guess what? We're going to continue to prophesy nothing but doom for this place. We're not going to lie to the people, man, just so that we can get more likes and views and whatever else ulterior motives that you may or may not have, okay? Because the truth shall make you free, as Yahushua said. And the truth is, yes, we are doomsday prophets, all right? And we examine ourselves, whether we be in the faith or not, all right? Knowing this, we have to do what was commanded of us to do, even though it may not seem popular in the eyes of the masses, but we could care less, man, okay? We could care less about the eyes of the masses, man, because at the end of the day, they just gonna be reprobates anyways, that already got their lot put aside for them, all right? They already been put aside that they're gonna be destroyed along with this place, man, all right? So lay not yourself treasures on earth that corrupt and moth can get a hold to, but lay up yourself treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, man. That's what we're worrying about, man, okay? And we have a job to do as doomsday prophets, man, all right? That's to prophesy the downfall of this place, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and to tell our people to repent before it's too late, okay? We don't care about no damn podcasts, making no TikToks, or anything else that doesn't coincide with what the word says, all right? The word tells us to be what? Be instant. Preach in season, out of season, all right? So we got a job to do, man, okay? And we not worrying about some damn feelings, man. Whether the people think, see, that's the thing, man. You get too many, you get too big, you get big-headed. Once you get big-headed, man, you got to be concerned about what your people think, your constituents. Oh, man, is the Hebrew Israelites a cult? Some of them are. See? You worried about pleasing the world, man, when it tells us that, don't you know, if you are a friend of the world, let's get that in James. This is the book of James, chapter 4, and verse 4. It reads, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?" You see? So you've aligned yourself with the friendship of this world, man. All right? And in contrast, you have become an enemy of the Most High. All right? Because you want to see this place go on for another 1,000 years. When it's the will of the Heavenly Father to destroy this place, man. There's no other way to get around it. It's the will of the Heavenly Father to destroy this place. Okay? So it says, "You adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High." Okay? So guess what? Yeah, we gonna prophesy doom and gloom, doomsday prophets, all right? And that's what Trump said, okay? You got prophets that's prophesying doom, and you can't do anything about it, man. You can't offset prophecy, all right? You playing your part just like everybody else is, okay? And this place will be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear missiles. 2 Peter chapter 3, and let's start at verse 10. This is the book of 2 Peter 3 and 10. It reads, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief." You see? So it's going to catch a lot of people off guard, because why? They thinking this place ain't going to be destroyed because of false prophets, okay? That's telling them there will be no more judgments from here on to 1,000 years. So you giving them a large span to go out and sin, knowing that they can sin between now and 1,000 years. They ain't worrying about this lifetime, okay? Whereas if you telling them that the Lord is coming anytime now, be prepared, then what? They're going to get their shit together, man, if they're of the elect, all right? So it says 2 Peter 3 and verse 10, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and it's going to be a lot of rumbling and earthquaking when those missiles hit, man. And it's going to destroy all of America, all right? Babylon the Great will be destroyed, man, by the way of thermonuclear missiles. So it says, "In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." What is that noise? The sound of missiles coming to destroy this place. "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Right. So all this you see, just take a look. All this you see is going to be destroyed, man. Highways, intersections, buildings, you name it, cars, roads, people, all elements, all made up of particles. It will all be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord. We're reading it. And it ain't gonna take no 1,000 years, man. All right? We're close. We're close. Now it's our salvation nearer than we believe, man. It says, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. What's going to be able to do that? Missiles, thermonuclear missiles. I have created the Smith, okay? I believe that's Isaiah 54. Let me get that. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. All right? The smith today is these modern day scientists. They have created what? Missiles, bombs, so on and so forth. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, which is what? Those missiles, man. They're not just gonna have those missiles in a museum. No, they're gonna be put to use, and soon. All right? It says, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right. So everything is put into works, man. And it ain't gonna take no 1,000 years from now. All right? We're here. We're knocking on the door. Prophecy is getting ready to ring out throughout the whole earth. And America will be destroyed, man. We're reading it in 2 Peter. So let's go back. Second Peter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Right. So there's going to be certain parts of the earth that get burned up, but all of America will be demolished. Revelation 18. Okay? So we're prophets of doom. Okay? This is what we were commanded to do. Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. All right? And if you have a problem with that, then you are a friend of the world, and in contrast, an enemy of the Most High. James 4 and 4. 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Okay? What does it go on to say? What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Okay? What are you doing? Why are you even here? If you're just here to tell the people that they got between now and another 1,000 years to go out and sin. Because that's essentially what you're saying when you say the world could come to an end between now and 1,000 years. All right? It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Verse 12, check it out. Looking for and hastening. All right? We ain't waiting 1,000 years. That's not hastening. Hastening, let's look up that word in the Greek. And then we'll look it up in the Hebrew.
Strong's G 4692. Spudo. Spudo.
In the outline biblical usage, to haste, make haste, to desire earnestly. So how are you desiring earnestly if you're telling that the end could come between now and another 1,000 years? No, we're saying that the end is near, okay? And we're praying that it was here 5 days ago, because we can't get out of here until this place is destroyed. And it won't be destroyed till they implement the mark of the beast, spearheaded by the microchip chip. Okay? So we're hastening. So 2 Peter 3:12, looking for and hastening until the coming of the day of the Most High. Right, when he sent his only begotten Son, Yahushua, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So yes, we are doomsday prophets. Examine yourself, whether you be in the faith, okay? You gotta, look at yourself and examine it, all right? Do your works match up with what the word says? Or are you just here to preach a world-friendly doctrine under the banner or guise of Jesus Christ, so on and so forth? All right? And you can see doctrines have switched up, man. From once calling on the names, faithfully, to now only calling on the names here and there. All right? And they got to examine themselves, man. Okay? That's just the point. All right? Whether you be in the faith. Okay? See? We ain't here to be world-friendly doctrines, world-friendly prophets. No, man. We're here to prophesy, thus saith the Lord. And the Lord said, America will not be healed. Isaiah 50, right around verse 7 and 8. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, man. Take balm for her. Cry for her. All right? She ain't going to be healed, man. That's just the nature of the word, man. Okay? And we'll take that title. All right? Trump. Who else? Sakari. Okay? And anyone else, man, who's calling the prophets that's prophesying, thus said the Lord, doomsday prophets. Okay? Because in essence, that's what we are. And our forefathers were too. All right? Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. So let's go to Exodus. All right? In Exodus, during the Passover, we were given specific instructions on how to eat the Passover. Were we eating the Passover as if we had another 1,000 years in Egypt? No, we ate it in haste. All right? We ate the Passover in haste. Okay? And that's how we got to be in these last days. Hastening for the day of the Lord, man. Ready to go. Be as pilgrims. All right? So let's go to Exodus 12. And let's start at verse 3. This is the book of Exodus 12 and 3. It reads, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel. So this is for all of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. Right. Now the first month is coming up in about a few weeks. Okay? In a couple of weeks. All right? When the new moon comes in March, that's the first month. Okay? Because despite what Esau Edom has told you, the year does not start in January. It starts in spring. All right? Right around the end of March. Okay? And the Passover, once the new moon come in, 10 days after that, that's when the Passover is acknowledged, celebrated. So it says, and if the household be too, well, let me go back up. Exodus 12 and 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers. A lamb for an house. All right? So this is what we were commanded to do. All right? We were commanded to take a lamb for the house, by our fathers. It says, verse 4, and if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to the eating shall make your account for the lamb. So your neighbors, if your lamb was too big for the household, you'll give some to your neighbors, man. Verse 5, your lamb shall be without blemish. Okay? And in the spirit, that's what Yahushua represented. He represented that lamb found without blemish, man. Okay? That perfect sacrifice. It says, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Okay? And that's a cut on those Israelites that said we can keep the commandments when we don't even have a place that we can raise up our own goats and sheep to take out an unblemished lamb. We're not sovereign, all right? We're still under captivity. That's why we're hastening the day of the Lord, man. Verse 6, Exodus 12 and 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Right, and this is also spiritually going into what? How our people, the Jews, essentially killed Yahushua by saying what? Release Barabbas and crucify Yahushua, man. Okay? Now let's jump down to the point. Exodus 12 and 11. Exodus 12 and 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded. So this is how you're supposed to eat the Passover. You're not supposed to be in your house slippers, your robe, chilling like you got another 1,000 years or so. No, man, you're supposed to be well equipped and dressed, ready to go, hastening the day of the Lord, man. All right, you ain't supposed to be chilling somewhere in your couch, laid back, your lamb roasting, and you got your slippers on, your Gucci flip-flops. That ain't how you're gonna be on the move when all hell breaks loose. You gotta eat the Passover in the way that you're gonna be when all hell breaks loose. Your loins girded, you got your pants on, your shirt, what else it says? And this shall ye eat it with your loins girded and your shoes on your feet. So you ain't eating the Passover without no shoes on, man, because you're supposed to be hastening, as we're going to read in this passage right here. It says, and your staff in your hand, right? And ye shall eat it in haste. Now let's look up this word haste in the Hebrew.
Strong's H 2649. Chipazon.
It says, hurriedly, in haste, trepidation, hurry flight. So this is how we're supposed to be eating the Passover in a hurry flight, like we have to take off, man, because we only took what we had leaving out of Egypt, man. All right, we wasn't waiting for another 1,000 years, man. All right, and you ain't taking nothing this time on the chariots, man. All right, we're going to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. All right, so guess what? We ain't taking nothing on the chariots, man. When Yahushua come alongside the angels, we're not taking anything on the chariots, man. So we got to be ready to go. We got to be hasting the day of the Lord. All right, and not saying somewhere between now and 1,000 years, man. That's you falling asleep, going back to sleep, all right? When you're supposed to be awake out of your sleep. Let's get that, Romans 13. This is Romans 13 and verse 11. It reads, in that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation. Not 1,000 years, but for now is our salvation nearer than we believe, man. You see? So we believe through the power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah that we getting out of here soon. We're hastening the day, man. We're prophesying, okay? We're examining ourselves, all right? Whether we be in the faith, okay? And that's what all Israel should be doing, man. All right? The elect at least are going to be doing it. The 2/3, well, they're reprobates. They're going to be going anyways, man. All right? So we're doomsday prophets, and we're examining ourselves that we continue to be in that spirit until we're delivered. All right? Micah 2 and 10 tells us what? This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. It reads, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Why? Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So you see, the more you become at ease with this place, the more it's going to destroy you, man. The more it's going to make you change your doctrines, waive how you examine yourself when first coming in, all right? And essentially, all it's doing is rooting out the undesirables, man. The reprobates. This grace period, this time of mercy, it's just rooting out all the undesirables of Israel, man, okay? And the reprobates, all right? That's all it's doing, really, man, all right? Because they're not coming on board the chariots with that type of mindset, man. See, we got to be changed in the twinkling of an eye, all right? And you already having this mindset, adopting this mindset of being American with a twist of Hebrew, Israelite, you can't come on board with that, man. All right? So that's why we got to examine ourselves now, man. All right? Before it's too late. Okay? Because we can easily fall out the truth, man, and still think we inside of the truth. All right? So examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, man. Okay? And I think that's going to be it. Okay? So we're going to turn and face the east, and we're going to wrap this thing up, all right? And with that being said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, all right? Shalom to the elect, all right? Until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, shalom, peace.